Alright, sisters and brothers, I would like to first say Tatenda. Thank you to Sister Toya, Sister Nahanda for a really powerful, strong, empowering presentation. Give him another big hand. And they really rose to the challenge. Lioness on the Rise, Part 2. As I said, we heard from Dr. Sandra Richards last month, and this month they came to close things off by just really encouraging sisters to rise to our godliness, rise to our queendom.
That's
because this is natural to us. There's nothing that they've said that is beyond us. There's nothing that they've said or shared or experienced that is any different from any of us that are going through on myriads of different levels. And we have a number of examples, as has been already presented, of great queens who, before the Ma'afa, have demonstrated our potential. So even though our life experience sometimes of African womanhood, for whatever reason, may not be what we want it to be or what we expected it to be, but we can move outside of that. We don't have to accept the slavery that we find ourselves in and the slavery that we are acting out. But we can move to our queen mothers like Queen T and Queen Hatshepsut and Queen Mbuyana and Nzinga, Yasantewa. These great queens, and so many, in Harriet Tubman, Souljah the Truth, Nanny, all these women that whether before the Ma'afa or during the Ma'afa have been able to rise and dig deep within themselves to bring out the best of themselves. And so in doing so, as our sisters have broken down, we can't do it by ourselves. I don't care how bright we may think we are. I don't care if we're just in the middle of doing our PhD or just finish it. Whatever it is that we feel that we have done, or the fact is we cannot do it by ourselves. And both of them spoke about being in organization. And it's being in organization that has enabled them to really channel their energies and their focus, and being able to harness their true potential and rise to that. There are challenges ahead of us, whether you're in organization or outside of organization. The challenges are no less. But when you're in organization, you're able to break down, to untangle the confusion that we sometimes find ourselves in. And it doesn't have to be, the confusion doesn't necessarily have to be the political macro issues. Sometimes the personal issues, our relationships with our parents, our relationships with our partners, our relationships with our children, those kind of things that sometimes we just find it difficult to manage or understand and make sense of. When you're in an organization, if the organization is worth its salt, we should be able to start the process of untangling and unraveling it and finding solutions. And if we can't find the solutions, then we start to create the solutions, because we can create it ourselves. It's from within. Everything that we see that has been created, it's created by an African mind. I'm not talking about white supremacy's fantasies that they present as creation and the illusions that they present as growth and progression. That's what it is, it's an illusion. But we look to our own ancestors and we look to the legacies that they have left for us. These are the true answers to our problems. And if we stop being so fearful of those changes, then we will see what we need to do. And this evening, that was presented in front of us, that if we want to make those changes, it has to start with yourself. There's no point in pointing to who's not doing, who should be doing, who could be doing, who here still weave, who's wearing blonde, who pierce up here, who do this. There's no point in looking at them. Look to ourselves and say, let me be that example. Let me be that light. Let me be that inspiration that will channel and change that we want to see. Let us be the example of that. And don't be scared if we're going to make mistakes. Don't be scared if sometimes we fall down, because that's all part of it. Don't think these great ones that just became great just so. They had lots of sleepless nights. They had lots of tears, and you know, frustrations, and we only see what they present and what they put on paper when they're on the platform. But there are, you know, nights where they were pulling their hair out and probably feel like giving up. Sister Toya says, you know, she can't see herself giving up. I love that spirit. Yeah, man. Because to give up onto what? Yeah, man. Yeah. To give up onto what? Sister Toya is fresh on the road. So we have, you know, let's see 50 years times Sister Toya saying the same thing. Right? But I believe in that spirit. I believe that spirit is not going to give up. You see, she may make changes. Yes. She may divert from what she's doing, or, you know, and I say divert, I don't mean come off the road, but may take a different path on the road. But the fact of the matter is, if you've got that spirit, it can't change, you can't, you know, people say to me, you sure you want to do something else? And I think, like, what? What is it? What am I supposed to do that's different? Because everybody else is doing, more people are doing, should I say, not everybody, more people are doing what I'm not doing. And I ain't see nothing great in what they're doing. So I can't see how we're moving forward in what they're doing. So let me just stay here and do what I have to do. And I'm, you know, looking at ways and how I can move this program on and get a more sister soldiers in the fight to do the work that needs to be done. And like our sister said, you know, it's about a balance. We're not dissing our men, or we're not putting down our men. Our men have the same challenges as us. You know, it's manifested in different ways. And as Sister Nahanda said, I always say our men are depleted. And that's what Yasanto, she said, it's our men's role to move in front, to fight the enemy. It's not our role. We're there to support them and raise the children, next generation, to take over the fight. That's right. But when our men are depleted, and they are, she stood up because she realized that our men, often fighting and warring against the enemy for so long, didn't have it in them anymore to fight. And she said, okay, that's fine. But if you the men can't, we the women will. And I'm saying the sisters, our men, the attack against our men has been so ferocious, insidious, that we the women have to now take the reins. That's right. And strengthen our men, not pull them down. Not, you know, not put them out to, you know, hang them out to dry. And sometimes you see on Facebook some of the stuff, and I just think we're just in a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain because, you know, somebody will say that, you know, oh, the black man today is so and so. You hear this is a jumping. Yes. You know, them this, them that, and you'll find one little voice trying to go, well, maybe we should just give up on them. Oh, I'm going to be going this way. I'm going for the white man. I'm going for the this. I said, well, the white woman's fighting against a white man. So what you know, so I don't know what you're excited about. Just why, like, the white man is the answer. Exactly. On what basis? Exactly. Apart from a fantasy that we created in our head, because the white woman is fighting her own man. Exactly. So what's the basis?
You can't want to fight with us and pick you up. You have a self-esteem.
You know? So, you know, the fight, it's a oneness with our brothers, but we must know our specific roles, and we must also know if there are gaps that we may need to fill. And that might feel heavy, but if we're working together, the light is loaded. And it will inspire our men. Because sometimes, you know, we got boy children we're bringing into the world. So we have to realize we're the first teachers, we're the first carers.
That's right.
And what energy are we going to pass on to them? If we want all these great, strong men, let's show them that, you know, they need to look for great, strong women. That's right. Because sometimes we have, you know, and I'm not blaming our sisters, because I know that it's so complex. Our behavior sometimes, you know, somebody go, oh, the black woman needs to do this, she needs to do that, she needs to do this, she needs to stop doing this. The situation is so complex. You know, we say the black woman is triple oppression, race, sex, and class. So our men, it's race, sex, and class. Our men are also oppressed because of their sex.
That's right. That's right.
It's not because they've got an angle out. They're just race and class. It's because of their sex why they are oppressed. And so if we understand that, we realize that the fight is a oneness. The fight is not with our brothers. Brothers, the fight is not with your sisters.
Word.
It's not with your sisters. We are there, we're in this together, and the only way we're going to get out of this is we pull together. Our enemy has many ways of drawing us in. We talk about how we're losing our children, and you know, Sister Alejandra to talk on the confidence that we lack in raising our children and just being in charge of our children, in charge of our home. When we step for the door, we're supposed to be in charge.
Yes.
We're right for the door. Our children, yes, mommy, no, daddy, yeah. It's like somehow we just feel that they shouldn't be saying that now. They got their own mind, they got their own spirit, and like, what own mind? Anything in their mind is what somebody has put in there. If you ain't put it in there, somebody else has.
Yes.
So you put your stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because they'll get to the age where they'll be able to untangle things for themselves. But right now, it's your mind that should be in their head.
Yeah.
And when they reach a school, it's your mind that's represented. Your mind. Your own mind. Because there is no your own mind. It doesn't exist. So, you know, sisters, the challenge is great. And, you know, both our sisters said we need to get involved. We can't stay on the fringes. We can't stay on the sidelines. We can't be thinking about it while we do this and we do that. There's plenty work to do. There is no competition. There is no competition. The work is so much. The work has not even been touched.
Yeah.
So there's one sister circle here, and one call themselves Sister Circle, and one call themselves Sister Spears, and one call themselves Sisters. It really doesn't matter. There isn't enough of them.
One name sis.
One called Sis.
One called Top.
Sister Power, Sister, you know, whatever it is.
Sister Progress. Sisters on the right. Sisters going forward. Sisters in the church. In the mosque.
The fact of the matter is that we don't have enough. Because if we did, we wouldn't even be chatting some of this stuff we're chatting today. We're probably doing the work. We're less chatting and more doing. But we realize that you still have to talk while you're doing. There's no one or the other. You know, you need to know what you're doing. You have to kind of reorganize and re-strategize, and you know. So we have to talk. We're not against talking, but sometimes you're just too much talking and not enough doing. So if we see something out there, we say, boy, it ain't what it should be, join it. If you join it and you can't change it, start one. Even though people say that there's enough, no, there isn't. There's not enough meetings. There is nothing called clashing of events. There isn't. Because I always say, in the borough alone, there's about 30,000 Africans, about 30,000 of us. And 30,000 I know have not reached through this door. So if somebody else has an event on the same day, it's not a clash. It's not a clash. This room ain't even full yet. People should be on the stairs, can't get in through the door. There should be a line outside. Then we might be talking about clash. But there ain't no clash. Right? There's a whole heap of work to be done.
That's right.
So I will just say to my sisters, give thanks for the presentation, give thanks for the inspiration. Let us rise, brothers and sisters. As Prophet Garvey said, rise, you mighty African people, for you can accomplish whatever you will. Tendai Mwale.